welcome back. Come join us on November 1st and 2nd, Dia de los Muertos in Coyoacán. So we took our 2.5-hour bus ride from Puebla to Coyoacán in the station called Taxqueña Sur, and we got out to find crazy streets everywhere. We were expecting it to be crowded, but not as wild as it was. So we got to our hotel called H21 Hospedaje, and it's right in the very center of Coyoacán. It's beautiful, remodeled old building, and there's tons of creative little elements that you'll find throughout your room, as you'll see Joaquin find the little dolls, the Lele dolls there upon entry. So when you leave the hotel, you can walk straight out and you'll see this amazing restaurant called the COYOACA, which is very representative of this town. And you'll find tons of other things around the Zócalo, which is a 2-minute walk from this beautiful hotel. So when we got there, it was around dinner time, and it was very close to the boys' bedtime. But of course, being the night that it was, we went out and walked around, saw amazing costumes, the ofrendas were out. But let me tell you, there were tons of people. It was very hard to walk through these crowds with 2 little kids, but we did it, of course. And it was so cool to see everyone that was dressed up for both Dia de los Muertos and for Halloween. So it was basically a combination of both holidays in one, and kids were getting candy, everyone was passing out their treats for their calaveritas. We definitely weren't prepared with a Halloween costume for the boys, so of course Joaquin had to find something. He ended up finding a corona so that he could be his beloved Frida. It was really cool to see how everyone was celebrating, and everyone was there with their entire family. Dogs were dressed up, babies were dressed up, and there was tons of tourists there as well, of course, to see the festivities and enjoy in this amazing time of the year. Thankfully, Corazòn de Maguey was open and not too crowded when we got there, so we were able to eat dinner and keep exploring. When we returned to the hotel, there was a beautiful pan de muerto waiting for us with a lovely little message and a candle. Upon waking the next day, we had this beautiful view of bougainvilleas, which of course I enjoyed, and so did Julian. And then we got ready for our day of exploration. We were pleasantly surprised that it was less crazy and not as dirty as we imagined after all that parading last night. So we took some pictures in the Coyoacán sign of the nearby iglesias and checked out some more of the ofrendas that lingered around. We found the Fuente de los Coyotes, and of course had to take some pictures of this beautiful spot too.
¿Qué piensas, Joaquín? Digo, Frida. Los cantantes.
We returned to Corazón de Maguey for breakfast because they have amazing farm-to-table food and all very authentic traditional Mexican style, milpa style. And we played in the plants, of course, while waiting for our food. I got some amazing café de olla, which I tried to drink while hot, but you know how it is when you have kids. It was just perfect. And then the boys got quesadillas with flor de calabaza and ensalada de nopal. And I got some, you guessed it, chilaquiles. Then we found ourselves in the lavender while we finished. After that, we took the 10-minute walk straight down the main street towards Calle Londres, and that is where Frida's house is. So sadly, we are not able to enter the Casa Azul, and that is because we did not buy our tickets online with enough anticipation, as you can only buy tickets online these days. And we weren't aware of that because when we had gone before in the past, we were able to just show up and buy tickets. But because it's so popular, now you have to buy them even 3 months in advance to be able to get inside. So remember that if you want to visit the Casa Azul. Here's some pictures of us in the past when we went and enjoyed it. So thankfully the boys were pretty cool with that idea, especially because we told them that we were going to go to Frida and Diego's other blue house where they actually lived as well. So this house is also their studio, and unfortunately it was under construction while we were there visiting. But it was still cool for Joaquin to see. You can see the scaffolding there as they're trying to renovate the buildings. But we were able to get in and see some of their old art and learn a little bit of information about them both. So I'll just let you look around at the videos and see what we got to see that day. Joaquin had painted one of Frida's famous paintings and wanted to leave it at the ofrenda that they had there, so that's a video of him doing so. It was a pretty cool experience to see the Casa Estudio. We wish that the whole thing was open to be able to experience all the buildings, but hey, we made the best of it. So our driver actually gave us a cool little tour of Paseo Reforma after we finished with the Casa Estudio, and we were just killing time before our flight left at 3 o'clock. So we were able to fit in a little drive down Paseo Reforma to see the Alebrijes. They usually do a parade for those as well, and so they were on display along the street. So we got to see them, and then we passed by all the other lovely landmarks like Bellas Artes, and we made our way to the Zócalo. In the Zócalo, they have beautiful installations that were dedicated to Pancho Villa and the Revolution of Mexico. So you'll see some big Catrinas and Catrines in a minute, showing all of those things. Wonderful experience for all of us and for the boys on their first Dia de los Muertos in Mexico. We hope you enjoyed the video and this is helpful for your next trip that you plan to take to Mexico. Hasta pronto, y'all!